WDTN. This is Operation Football.
Hello and welcome to Week 9 of Operation Football. Along with my partner, Hutch Connerman, I'm Jack Pohl. Coming up on tonight's show, a key CBC Kenton Trail battle between Tippecanoe and Tecumseh. Dayton Christian goes after its first winning season ever against playoff-minded Lehman Catholic. Plus, we'll try to sort things out in the always competitive GWOC Central. In a couple of minutes, we'll have Centerville at Springfield. But we begin the night with a showdown in Clayton.
You're right, Jack. Our Jeff Schmidt Game of the Week featured Wayne against Northmont. This game with all sorts of impact as far as league championship is concerned, as far as the computer rankings for the playoffs. It's all coming down to the final weeks of the season. Talk about parity. Commissioner Eric Spar has to be smiling. GWOC Central has plenty of it. A good one at Good Samaritan Stadium as captains from both teams exchange pleasantries in the first quarter. Northmont forced to punt, but the kick is going to be fumbled, and the ball recovered by the T-Bolts' Bobby Saul. The turnover turns into points. Sophomore quarterback Cameron Belton connects with Jamal Trammell on the slant for a nice pickup over the middle. And a few plays later, Belton going to keep it himself, and Northmont jumps out to the early 7-0 lead, much to the delight of the home team fans. Later in the first, Belton hits his tight end Troy Mangan, but somehow, after the catch, Wayne's Anthony Hunter rips the ball out of his hands, and the play turns out to be a Wayne interception. The Warriors would capitalize on the miscue. A 25-yard field goal by Marshall Newsom to begin the second quarter. It's a 10-7 ball game. In the second quarter, Braxton Miller getting to work. Here Miller hits Marshall Peterson. The junior split end makes a nice run after the catch before he's finally knocked out of bounds. The drive ends when Miller going to keep it himself and take it around the left side for a 15-yard touchdown. More bad luck for the Thunderbolts. Coming up here, the ball is going to be fumbled again. A lot of turnovers in this game. And the Warriors' big defensive lineman, Cameron Walker, falls on it. Wayne will make the most of their good fortune. Braxton Miller going to hit Trey Hammond-Scott, the senior, diving for the end zone, but comes up just short. No worries, a couple plays later, Miller on the QB keeper once again for his second score of the night. Wayne's Jay Minton had to be pleased that his visiting Warriors were up 17-7 at halftime. In the third quarter, it's 4th and goal on the 1.5. This time, Braxton Miller going to be stopped in his tracks by the T-Bolts defense. Northmont's Lance Schneider hoping for a momentum swing. Not going to happen, though. Wayne senior linebacker Sean Milliner delivering the sack of Cameron Belton. Then a little later, watch Milliner as he bats down the Belton pass. Milliner having a good night for the Warriors. Here's the final score of the evening. Braxton Miller using his arm this time, delivering a perfect pass to the end zone for Marshall Peterson. Let's put it up in lights. Wayne 24, Northmont 7. The loss might have taken the T-Bolts out of playoff contention, but perhaps not out of a league title. Steve Van Gorder from Jeff Schmidt wins again. How does he do it? Our thanks to Northmont Athletic Director Robin Spiller and all the great folks out in Clayton for hosting our tailgate party.
Well, the other big game in the GWOC Central featured Centerville at Springfield. The Wildcats began the night winners of 7 straight, tied with Northmont for first place at the time. The Elks, having lost 2 in a row, were out to snap that streak and try and earn some much-needed playoff points. This would be a defensive struggle. Elks on the move early, and the pass is deep down the field, but broken up by Onslow Williams of Springfield. Centerville, though, would get things in gear. John Overstreet dumping off the pass here to Nick Scarpelli, and he'll pick up the first down. Little later on the drive, it's Tristan Boykin taking the pitch, and watch him go 17 yards. Elks putting together a long, sustained drive. This time it's Jake Tarman, plows a few defenders down to the 2-yard line. Then finally, it's John Overstreet on the quarterback keeper. He's in for the touchdown. Centerville wins 14-0. There's a 3-way tie for first place.
Let's head up to Miami County, Mississinawa Valley at Bethel. The Bees leading 21-8 in the second quarter. The Blackhawks trying to get back into it, but Bethel's Jordan Holtvogt with the sack. Let's move ahead to the third quarter. Bees quarterback Ben Schwederman goes to Jonathan Toomey, who makes a great catch right in front of our photographer Chris Sproles for a big pickup. Later on the drive, Reed Pelfrey taking it in from 6 yards out for the score. That made it 28-8 Bethel. The These Jordan Holtvoet had a huge night. Watch the senior take it 20 yards, and he's going to dive into the end zone just over the pylon. Bethel wins this one 42-16 over Mississinawa Valley.
Cute kids all over the place at West Carrollton Junior High tonight, where Lehman Catholic took on Dayton Christian. The Cavaliers came out on fire. Opening drive, quarterback Jonathan Slagle dumping off the screen pass to Travis Ratliff, and look at him go. 65 yards. He'll take it to the house, and that's a touchdown. Cavaliers out in front early. Later in the first half, Lehman up 13-0 now and adding to it. Joseph Staley takes it around the right side, and he's in for the touchdown. And just like that, it's 20-0 Lehman Catholic. Cavaliers continue to build on that lead. Caleb Goings is gone. Taking it in for the touchdown. DC trailing 27-0, but the Warriors would not quit. Just before the half, it's Tanner Wall with a beautiful pass to Josh Mannix, who climbs the ladder and hauls it in for the touchdown. But Lehman Catholic would be too much on this night as they go on to win it. We go on to the scoreboard. 53-7 your final on that one. St. Henry knocks off Fort Recovery tonight, 28-6. In other action, Alter gets a huge win over Roger Bacon, 28-10. Troy rolls along. They beat the Berg 50-14, and it was Troy Christian beating opponents tonight, 56-38.
Congratulations to the Northmont Marching Band, our Operation Football Band of the Week, under the direction of Jim Blankenship and Assistant Director Brian Wisman. The Marching Thunderbolts are over 100 members strong. Tonight's halftime theme was the 4 seasons, celebrating fall, winter, spring, and summer. Northmont will participate in the Mason Invitational tomorrow. Then next month, they will compete in the Bands of America competition in Indianapolis. Congratulations to the Northmont Marching Band, our Operation Football Band of the Week.
We are taking our first time out, but when we come back, how about this one? Tippecanoe and Tecumseh face off in a huge CBC Kenton Trail Division showdown. Highlights from that game, plus a bunch more when Operation Football continues in just 2 minutes.